a panel discussion on financing economic growth in the Maldives, alternative financing options. Then a speech on policy reform in Maldivian business environment, after which is a panel discussion on transforming state-owned enterprises sector case for privatization. And to conclude, a session on leadership growth, keys to creating synergy. To commence this exciting day, first item on the agenda is keynote remark on economic transformation experienced by Bangladesh. To address this topic, ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome Mr. MD Shahadat Hossain, President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Bangladesh. We're delighted to meet you today, and I invite you on stage. Mr. MD Shahadat Hossain.
Honorable President, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Honorable President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Maldives and other distinguished guests from SAFA countries, SAFA bodies, distinguished presents, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon to you all. First of all, I would like to congratulate the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Maldives for getting officially the membership certificate, and on behalf of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Bangladesh, I welcome you in SAFA. And then I would like to express my sincere thanks and gratitude for inviting me to present a keynote on economic transformation Bangladesh experience. Bangladesh got independence in year 1971 and its official name is the People's Republic of Bangladesh, capital city Dhaka, population 165 million, which is 8th largest country in respect of population in the world. GDP volume is 461 billion US dollar, and the mix of GDP is agriculture sector 12 to 15%, industry manufacturing sector 30 to 35%, and services 50 to 55%. The economy of the country of Bangladesh is nowadays really promising, and especially since last 10 to 12 years, the economy is booming. In the area of reduction of poverty alleviation, Bangladesh has tremendously shows its success, and now it is 35th largest economy in the world in respect of nominal economic, and 25th largest economy in the world in respect of purchasing power parity. You can see that main shift has taken actually last 10 to 12 years in the area of budget size. Since after in compared with the after independence, it is increases 63 times, export 64 times, and import 74 times, and total revenue has increased 124 times, and forex reserve also, which is most important for an economy of a country, which has increased 32 times compared with the soon after independence of the country. The country has reached that lower middle income status in year 2015, And 2018, Bangladesh has fulfilled all three conditions to become a LDC country. And 2021, Bangladesh received the final recommendations for LDC graduation. And after 5 years of preparatory period, Bangladesh will get permanent status of middle income country by 2026. See the uh, growth of GDP just increasing trend, but 2020, all of you know, due to COVID pandemic, it's reduced to some extent. From 6% in the year 2013, it has reached 2019 8.2%. So undoubtedly, it is remarkable, but due to pandemic and subsequent in war of Russia and Ukraine, the position is downward trend, but it is again is upward. And next position is also per capita income. Undoubtedly, it is increasing because the GDP growth rate is higher than the population growth rate. And also the export position, as I mentioned, it is upward trend. But main thing is that a substantial part of the export is depends on only one item, that is RMG, ready-made garments. 83% of the export is depending on the ready-made garments, and another 17% on leather goods, jute goods, agricultural products, engineering products, and also frozen and live fish. There's a export situation. And in the area of export, another important remarkable that in the area of RMG, the increasing trend is very high, 30%. During last 1 year, this growth rate was 35%. Similarly, home textile, it is almost 41% was growth in the export area. In the import, it is also increasing. The increasing import also to some extent good sign for the development of economy, because the main import area is capital machineries, raw materials of the industries, and oil. These are the main items need import, and import amount is increased due to this. Another agriculture. Yes, agriculture was one of the main contributors soon after independence of the country in the GDP, but due to increasing other two sectors like manufacturing and in services, this contribution is comparatively going down. Apart from this, in case of producing rice, Bangladesh is third highest country in the world, and in case of fish, also third highest country in producing the fish also. And then foreign remittance. Foreign remittance also is upward trend. In 2014, it was 15 billion US dollar, and 2021, it is 22 billion. But now it is slightly going down because of the world economic situation. However, it is also a good position. And then foreign direct investment, you see the graphical pictures also showing that it is very good upward trend. In 2011, it was 1.1 billion US dollar, and 2019, it reached to 3 times higher, but due to some, again, COVID and also for Russia-Ukraine war, it is going down. Hopefully, it will increase soon. And then e-commerce. In respect of e-commerce, the situation of the country is really good situation, because almost now Bangladesh is estimating that, expected that $3 billion will earn by 2023 through the e-commerce. And apart from this, about 2,000 e-commerce sites in existence in our country at present now. Now, the main issues of the country is lot of mega projects have been taken by the present government, which is under construction, like nuclear power plant, metro rail projects, airport extension, deep sea projects, lot of mega project is going on, and hopefully by next 2 to 3 years, all will be completed. After completion of those mega projects, the economy of the country will be further flourished, and hopefully it will be to the upward trend of the economy as per our government's election manifesto. It will be upward trend and expectations also. Okay. One of the mega projects, which is, we know it's a Padma Bridge. It has been inaugurated during this year in the month of June. It is really we are proud of this bridge because it is one of the longest bridges in our country, more than 6 kilometers long. And this bridge has been constructed completely financing by the own sources without receiving any grant, loan, donation, nothing else. Completely based on the own finance, own foreign currency, this bridge has been completed by our country. Actually, it negates the economic strength of a country, actually. And next, technological development, we also lot of improvement taken place. Especially, mobile financial service sector is improved tremendously because in the rural area, most of the transactions are taking place due to the mobile services. Apart from this, there are a lot of technological improvement has been taken. And then power sector has taken improvement. Our country total demand is 10 to 12,000 megawatt, but now the capacity is almost 26,000 megawatt electricity production capacity. So in this area, also a lot of improvement has been taken place within shortest possible time. Technological improvement that you have mentioned. And last, finally, just a gist, what we have been achieved within shortest possible time, that is life expectancy. Soon after independence, it was only 47 years. Now it is 73 years. Literacy rate increased from 23% to 75%. Similarly, poverty reduced 71% to, once upon a time in 2000, it was 13%. But due to, once again, COVID and imported inflation, it has been gone up 19%. Apart from this, electrification rate also 96%. This is the improvement of the country. Vision, it was the 13 years ago, our present government has given some visions which is going to be implemented now. Main was the poverty reduction, digital Bangladesh, and also technological improvement was the main vision. And accordingly, the country is going on. And now, honorable dear presents, what is the basic drivers of this economic progress? The main drivers of economic progress is population of our country. 165 million population of our country, and 70% of those population are below 40 years old. They are fully, really the working force. They are working for the agriculture sector. In the year 71, our total agricultural rice production was 15 million tonnes. Now it is 54 million tonnes. In the garments industry, they are working hard. Our labor rate is $95, whereas in China it is $155. Though cheap labor is also one of the driving forces. This workforce earns freelancing, and Bangladesh is now 8th number freelancing earners, and increasing rate is also 26% is remarkable. And in industry sector, other issues are tax benefit. Government is giving really tax benefit. Now, export-oriented industry tax rate is only 10 to 12% only. And also incentive. Government paid 3 to 4% incentive of the export. And also, apart from this, economic zone, special economic zone, export processing zone, it has been improved. Apart from this, connectivity access convenient access to international seaport is also another important position of our country, political stability, export diversification, and in agriculture sector, we should say research and government policies and supplying adequate number of fertilizers and others is the main driving forces to increase this position. Now, I would like to say something how the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Bangladesh and also the professional accountants are contributing to this upward economy. First of all, in the revenue, one of the most important aspects for a government to run the country. And during collection of this revenue, the Chartered Accountant Institute every year give lot of recommendations and lot of suggestions, and accordingly government take this suggestion. The export subsidy, which is I have mentioned earlier, this is completely checked and audited by the chartered accountants. Without auditing, not a single penny is disbursed by the government for the exporters. Budget allocation sometimes, especially the local government expenditures are reviewed and checked by the government, by the chartered accountants. Apart from this, in the area of monetary policy, government banking policy, insurance policy, and everywhere the chartered accountant institute and we the professionals give always different types of suggestions, recommendations, and government follows these recommendations. And corporate governance. One of the key elements, most important elements is the corporate governance issues. And this corporate governance is ensured mostly by the chartered accountants, giving it is mandatory that for every listed company and state-owned enterprises, there is a chartered accountant in the board and professional accountant. I, President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants Bangladesh, is to sit at least 9 to 10 organizations as independent directors of the board of different organizations. And this way, the chartered accountants are giving contribution to the national economy of the country. And finally, I would say Bangladesh has an inspiring story of growth and development, aspiring to be the upward middle income country by 2031. Bangladesh should become a developed country by 2041 if the country sustains its current growth momentum. Distinguished participants and audience, we know the economy size and economy variety of the country is different. But what I believe, that emphasizing on the policies for trade, products diversification, export items, successful trade negotiation, maintaining friendly relationships with the neighboring and other countries, effective management of freight forwarding, political stability, giving importance and support to agriculture and food sector, best uses of demographic dividends, both in home and abroad, macroeconomic management, creating and implementing transparency, accountability, and good governance in every aspect, etc., which are the key attributes and contributors towards the sustainable development of all the countries, for all the countries. Before this discussion, I have heard some discussions with the distinguished panelists. They said product diversification, good relationship, and labors are the main drivers, and they have given more importance in these economic developments. Wish you all the best. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody.